Hey, my knife friends, it's Connor Chops. I've had a few people ask me how I removed the dark wash from some of my Eafengrows, and so I figured I would do a quick video to show you guys, just do a demo and show you how I'm doing it. This is the Eafengrow EF151. I've did a striped thing on one side of it here. Not a very good job of it, but it was just for, to see what it would look like. I am going to make it match this side, which is more of a, almost like a bead blast satin type look. I actually really dig this. It looks really good. It looks almost like it's worn. You could even, do a pattern or something on it if you wanted. But it's just for looks. I kind of don't like dark coatings on stainless steels. This is N690. This is a stainless steel. This one is the EF154 in Nitro V, another stainless steel that was coated. I left the coating in the fullers on this side here, and on the other side I took it completely off and made it more like the EF151 over here. And it's very similar in a lot of ways. I still haven't got around to doing a real good hard test on this one, but I do plan on doing that. And this one is the one I'm going to do the demo on. This is the EF144 in AUS10. This is how it looks right now, and I am going to go ahead and do some removal of the dark wash. This is what I've been using. This is by Puckamam or Puckamam or Puckamam. I don't know. But this is the foam backed sandpaper that I highly recommend that if you're going to do it by hand, which is you have the most control. But it's got this foam backing here. And it kind of allows you to really, curl it around. You can fade if you want. You can use fading, lighter pressure, and it's a lot easier to do. You just have more control with the sponge. I highly recommend that over just straight up sandpaper, but whatever works best for you guys. This is what I have been using. I start out with the 180 grit. Then I go to the 400. Then I go to the 500. Right there, the 600. Then I go to the 800. And let's see, the last one I go to is the 1200, 1500 here. And you don't have to go that. You can do it however you want. You don't have to go by that. But that is how I have been removing it. This is to get rid of the dark wash initially, the 180, and that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back up. But I get this off Amazon, and I will go ahead and put the link in there in the description to show you guys where I bought it. And what I also would recommend, highly recommend, if you don't want to get cut or nicked or whatever, is get yourself some nice gloves that have some cut resistance in them. I think these are level 4. Yeah, level 4. And these have some grip. There are lots of no-cut gloves that have no grip. They're slick. And so, that's mainly for like food prep. But for non-food prep, you want something like this that is going to keep you from getting cut and gives you this grip here, this rubbery texture grip. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a few things done, and then will be back to show you guys how I do this. Okay, let's go ahead and get this going. Now I'm starting with the 180. You guys can see that. Yeah, it's kind of worn, but it does say 180. So I get these cut resistant gloves, and then I just start going. I start with the edge away from me. I have to get, but it makes a difference. I mean, you can see how quickly it starts to come off. I try to stay away from the edge. I take my time when I get closer to the edge, but I don't put pressure down so it goes over the edge and then ruins the sharpened edge part. You can already see it's starting to come off a little bit. Doesn't take a whole lot of time to do it, at least to get the main coating off. All right. We're getting there already. There's the original side. There's the other side. And that's just with the 180. I could probably stay a little bit longer with the 180, but let's go ahead and move on to the 400. That was about maybe 2.5, 3 minutes, probably 3 minutes of sanding with the 180. The reason I do this by hand is because there's so much more control over it. You can do this with, an automatic device, a sander, or a Dremel with the appropriate fittings, but I don't like doing that. Some sort of rotary tool. Doing it by hand, it just doesn't take too long. And the only time it takes is, whenever you want to finish it. It does take as long as you want to put into it. But it's already getting quite a bit smoother. This side has fingerprints or something all over it. See, this is 5 minutes and 47 seconds in, and we're already making some pretty good progress. Okay, that's the 400. Okay, 400, we did the 180, we did the 400. Now let's move on to the 500, 600. You guys are welcome to fast forward through all of this. Looking pretty good. Original coating. What I'm doing, taking it off slowly. Looks a lot better this way. All right. Just go a little bit more with the 5 to 600. Not bad. All right, let's move on to the ultra fine, the 800 to 1000. This thing is already looking really good. AUS 10 or AUS 10 always takes a really good polish, an extremely good polish. These days, Eafengrow doesn't put out too many, polished or satin blades. It's mainly coated. I wish they wouldn't do that. I know it actually costs them less to do it. And I don't care for the tactical stuff. That's just me. Personally, I don't care for it. It doesn't serve me any purposes. I don't care so much about, aesthetics, and coatings take away HRC. And I want my HRC. And yes, coatings do, at least except for the cold coatings like cold bluing, but that only works in very high carbon steels, very low chromium, very high carbon. It does not really work at all. I had a knife being made out of Z-Tough, and I asked him to try to cold blue it and see what it did. And he was like, all right, yeah, it's no big deal. Let's go. Let's try it. And he did, and he was like, it just won't work. It won't take a coating at all. He tried it on some 52-100, and it worked amazing, but it would not work. It would not take to the Z-Tough. And Z-Tough is just an 8% chromium steel. Like not D2, like CPM 3V, SLD Magic, DC53, Sleipner, Crewware, you know, all those real tough tool steels. Let's go ahead and clean it up. This is just glass cleaner. Yeah, I mean, it's looking quite a bit better. The more time you put into it, the better it looks, depending on what you're going for. Now, I could have left like these flat parts up here with the coating, but I tend to just take the whole coating off. That is the side with the coating. You can see it. This is without it. And that's just from 13 minutes. So I hope you guys get a good idea of how little effort it takes to turn your Eafengrows into something that you really enjoy. I just got a phone call. I hope I didn't interrupt the video, but I would highly recommend, doing it. If you want to customize your knife, you can do some striping, or you can do a pattern on it. These knives are cheap enough that you can experiment a little bit with them and do it however you see fit. But this was just a few minutes of it. I don't know how many of you, only the guys that are interested in this type of thing are going to be watching like all of this plus all the sanding. Skip through all that sanding stuff unless you just want to hear all of it. But this has been Connor Chops. If you guys want to see more of things like this, let me know in the comments. I don't mind doing any of these kind of videos for you guys. I do want to do a storage video next. I did not do this fuller, did I? I left that coating in there. Yeah, you can still see it. I think I did take some of it out down here, but mostly that fuller is still black. And you can see that's the original. This is what I just did with it. And it looks cool. It's easy. You guys saw how easy it was. Just get the Puka Man. I'm sure that's not their pronunciation. And if they see that, I apologize. I'm just playing. This is Connor Chops. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.